whether it be positive or negative. You know, how would we feel like if somebody is showing us appreciation? We like it, we enjoy it. But what if somebody's giving us negative all the time? It's gonna bring us down.
Okay.
So I think having an understanding, showing empathy instead of sympathy all the time.
Okay.
In certain situations, if you listen more and talk less, you might know where some of these students are coming from.
Okay. That's definitely true, because they're coming through situations that some of us had no idea.
Right. So you need to listen.
And it's hard to, we can't sympathize. We might be able to empathize with them, but we can't sympathize because we haven't lived through some of what some of them are living through. And I tell my students, I've never been your age. And they look at me like I'm crazy. But I haven't been their age. Chronologically, yes. But I haven't lived through what some of these young people are living through today. Neither have you. We don't know. I mean, some of us grew up in times when, well, let's just look at the situation right now where parents are being sued for letting their children walk along, or their children be taken, letting their children walk to the park across the street without a parent being over there. When we played outside all the time, and our parents weren't worried about us at all. In fact, they said, go out and play. Get out. You know? And now we're living in a situation where we're saying, don't you dare go out unless I go out with you. And sometimes it's hard for us to have a paradigm shift when we grew up with a different paradigm. Okay. Anything else?
So, coming from Sobeys, what my job partner is working over at Sobeys, managing there, and the little motto that we were kind of taught to live by was one of kind of about this value-added service. Came from a guy, Danny Meyer, who wrote all these books about hospitality, and the slogan is called "The Law of Value." It says that your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than you take in payment. And it's something that was kind of preached to us day after day after day to just kind of get into our heads that, our goal is to give you, our customers, something more than you're giving us. And if we could do that with every single, customer that walks through the door, then our reputation is going to build up.
And the tips are higher.
Right, and the tips are higher. So it works out well for us. And so I think if we can take that same sort of mindset here of every single student that comes in here, if we can give them something more than they're giving us, then Brown Mackey's become like a premier school in the area, simply because people are getting more than what they're giving to us.
Well, we also have to know that what we're giving is helping them, that it's helping them get the job that they wanted. So at some point we have to have the feedback that even if we're trying our best, we have to provide what they needed. Even if I have the best attitude in the world and I didn't give that student what they needed and then they failed in their job, then I failed. So at some point we need feedback about whether we are providing what they need.
And that's career services gets that feedback.
Yeah.
We don't always hear about it, do we?
Right.
So that might be a thing that every now and then, and on occasions, Michelle will come into faculty meetings and she'll let us know so many students have gotten jobs and so much has happened here. But we don't ever meet the final
Product.
the final customer.
We don't get to see them out succeeding.
We also have the PAC meetings that everyone can come to as well. Those are, twice a year where we invite the customer, as far as the external customer is concerned, that's the employer, to come in and tell us what are we doing well, what would they add if they could add things into the school. So I would encourage anyone to come to that too, because that's a great event.
Yeah.
Next one's next month.
That's right.
Okay. It's called a PAC.
Yeah, Program Advisory Committee. We
Okay.
basically ask all the disciplines out in the field where our students are working or looking to work, what should we continue to add to make the curriculum what you need it to be.
My mother is in assisted living and she has dementia. She will not remember this, but I had a student stop me at the elevator today and said, I cut your mother's fingernails yesterday.
Aww.
Okay, so there's a chance to show appreciation for what she did for my mother, and to also know that we're putting product out that is doing what the customer wants. Okay, and we're giving them opportunities to go out there and to practice and to get this in there. Anything else? Okay. Well, a couple live so far out in well, no, that's the wrong story. I'm not even gonna get to that story. Okay, we'll let it go. I appreciate your coming, and we're meeting tomorrow in a conference call with the woman who's in charge of
A lot of things.
a lot of
but
things,
in-service is
but
one of the
in-services
topics,
is one of them, and she's going to let us know some possible changes we might need to make and some things we might need to add. I'm always pleased to hear from you when you say we need an in-service on such and such and so and so. Next year, when you sign up for your in-services, you will sign up, unless we have to make some changes based on tomorrow's meeting, you'll sign up one month out of the quarter, you'll sign up for academic related things. 1 month you'll sign up for internal things, and 1 month is policies and procedures or something like that. And we don't necessarily have the topics down yet, because we found that they change on us. This is not the same as we had originally. It's close, but it's not exactly what we had. And so we're not going to put specific titles in for all of them, and it's just going to be a general topic, and we'll let you know as those come up. But please, if there's something you feel like we need to cover, let me know, let Drew know, let one of the department chairs know, and we can work on getting something like that done. Thanks for coming. Enjoy your afternoon.
Thanks,
Thank
David.
you.